If you draw a graph of moods or patterns of feelings and thoughts, in most people we would not see very many highs and lows. I am from those non average percentage who can claim to have exercised their mind much higher than most people can and much deeper than an average person would choose to take normally. Yes, I am one of those who experience mania and deep depression. I would rather like to put it as being blessed with the gene of bipolar. You might be wondering, what is she saying? If you heard some painful, sad, and destructive stories in media and news about struggles of people with bipolar along with their family members and friends, I would say you're right. But I believed all along that bipolar mind is awesome. Honestly, it gave me a chance to experience what a human mind can do when left to its fancies, fears, and worries without checks, and what wealth and treasure human mind has for each one of us when it is in tranquility and peace. That is, when one experiences a balance of this mind, unlike the highs and lows. To reshape and thrive in one's life, one has no choice but to seek to understand their mind if they have this gene. Isn't it a great opportunity to have it as a necessity to understand one's own mind in the disguise of health? That's why I say I am blessed with my bipolar gene. My journey with my mind, unlike many others, has taken a different path as years roll by. My perspective, right from the onset, was of complete acceptance and least resistance. It served me very well, though it was like dancing in the dark for many years. Recently, I could see a major transformation in my approach to how I define my illness all these years. That has empowered me like no other, and I'm thoroughly grateful for wanting to deliberately practice mastery of my mind. In fact, I would say I was pushed to doing that, and now I say I am very grateful sincerely. Lessons from that exercise, from this mastery of mind exercise, are my most prized assets in my life. I would like to sing a tune that all cultures and countries across would love to hear, which says, no matter what you are diagnosed with, or what kind of mental struggles or pains you are facing in your life, your mind is equally awesome. Provided we learn to tune, having weeded out noise, having without that noise to that genre in our mind where and our thoughts and feelings flow like music, and when energy within us guides every step to live a vibrant and joyous life. I learned, or shall I dare say I mastered, to understand my mind, and I enjoy it every time. Most fulfilling exercise to be in charge of one's life. I practice it every day. I find it awesome and cool, an instant supplier of right energy. We all might have heard and remember many great thinkers and religious scriptures told us centuries ago, masters of their mind get to be the master of their destiny. It is a great insight to experience without any hesitation. Now is the right time to start on the practice if you haven't already. I draw inspiration from true leaders, artists, philosophers from history, and people who are currently living like many of you. If you observed Beethoven, Newton, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Abraham Lincoln, they achieved phenomenal pages in the history with mental illness. Doesn't that intrigue you? How could they reach such amazing heights in their fields despite their illness? What were they having that many of us lack today? How did they train their minds? I think they could stretch their imagination beyond what a normal person could have done because of their mental illness. They mastered their minds to come out of the darkness and be more productive and in a very effective manner, an amazing manner, I would say. They learned to exercise the muscle of mind where they could see treasures beyond their struggles. Exercising this muscle of mind is required by one and all to realize their full potential and dream and live big. I strongly cherish and believe the fact that there is nothing like mental illness if you can be courageous to delve into the depth of your mind. Beyond a certain point, mental illness can become mental strength. This is very hard to practice and reap the fruits of realization similar to other real treasures. As Rumi said, cure for pain is in the pain. I would take it a little farther to say cure for mental illness is in the mind. I may sound crazy by telling you all this, but you got to believe my 2 cents after processing from my mind for past 40 years. Yes, I am proud to say that I have the honor of having blessed with bipolar gene. I love it and it gave me a great company and pulled me through many inner struggles I faced since childhood. Mental illness, highs and lows of moods must be treated the same way as diabetes, high and low of sugar levels, though I am not a doctor or qualified professionally on this. It is how one interprets the stories one reads from their mind internally. If they reach out to you as fear, limitations, apprehensions, blocks, then you are mentally ill. People, even when not diagnosed with mentally illness, can be said as mentally ill by this definition. Instead, if the stories empower you, make you see what you can achieve as a human being, you are mentally strong. Mind is a tool, it is how you process the stories it tells you deep inside you what would make a huge difference. It can shift the energy and moods from depression to feeling bright. One has to muster courage to live as who they are without fears from rules in societies, family, and right inside their little heads. Courage is a necessity if you want to live in freedom, and freedom is the ultimate definition of not being surmounted by chains of fear surrounded on your mind. Desire to be in love and being able to let go. My two power charms, my incentives to be on top of my daily practice all these years. I would say from my experience, if anyone is interested in knowing or even curious to know what they can do to their lives by investing in their mind, I bet we will have more walking and talking Abraham Lincolns, Beethovens, Newtons, and Da Vinci's, and definitely more lovers of life walking on streets. Lessons I have learned from my life so far is to listen to my mind, understand my feelings, empower my thoughts in mind and heart. My motto, live truthfully, love unconditionally to make a difference. I am learning and enjoying now to really bask in the glory of my beautiful mind and would love to inspire and make a difference to others. Having come this far, would love to share my insights with utmost humility and would love to collaborate with John Maxwell's team. Thanks, Mark, for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you. Bye.